Rocco, by the way?
Oh, he's great. Guy's 11 and a half years old. So every day with Rocco's a blessing. That's a fact.
There you go.
Yep.
Two questions. One, you made a couple of big plays. Obviously,
3 block shots? Wow.
people are going to talk about the shot, but what about the block and that led to that 24-second clock violation? How big was that, and how did you make that happen, actually?
I mean, it was a big play. It didn't allow them to get a shot up on the rim and a possible offensive rebound. But, I mean, it was big just be able for us to draw something up. And, yeah, I didn't shoot the ball as well as I wanted tonight, but I stuck with it defensively, and I think that's why I was able to hit that shot there at the end.
And what was the thought process that led to that shot?
I realized we didn't have much time, so I just wanted to take a couple hard dribbles, get to my spot, and rise up. And luckily, I made a good move with confidence and knocked it down. And that's what being a basketball player is all about, is just doing things with great confidence.
Speaking of confidence, being able to finish the game the way you did that it all give you a boost in confidence? You came in talking and texting a little bit more active than I usually see you come into the press conference. How are you feeling
after
that game?
Anytime you hit a great game winner, you're going to feel on cloud 9. And if someone isn't, they're just lying to you. So I feel amazing. I mean, I obviously could have played better, but at the end of the day, it's a great win, and I feel just wonderful.
Klay, Draymond took a couple minutes just to talk about his thoughts on your guys' roster construction and your depth. Just what do you think of the balance that this team has?
I think our young players have made incredible strides, and I think even our rookies are ready to play, whether it be Trace Jackson or Brandon Podziemski. JK and Moses have made that jump this year where they can be trusted in tight situations. And we have a deep, deep team. Dario hit some huge shots tonight. He was great for us. And for Chris Paul to be as unselfish as he is and head the second unit, it's just sky's the limit for this team. I really believe that.
Steve has previously said, it's going to take a couple months, for Draymond to get back and everything to gel together. Do you think that this is coming together quicker than anticipated, or?
I hope so. I still don't want to jinx it. We got a big road trip coming up, but I think we can. A great start to the year. We didn't win our first game. That was nasty, but to respond the way we have shows what we're about, and it's a great first 5 games. We're not satisfied. We're looking forward to having a great road trip coming up, kind of flipping the narrative of not being able to win on the road this year, and hopefully be back to the road warriors we are.
Draymond, just before you, was asked to compare this year's chemistry to last year's team's chemistry. He described last year as awful and that it was hard to come to work.
Yeah.
This year he described, in effect, as quite the opposite. I guess, as a leader on this team, how would you assess this year's chemistry compared to last?
I mean, I think every year is great. We're in the NBA, and you get to go to put shots up and play defense for a living. I don't even pay too much mind to that. I think obviously chemistry is great this year, but every time I put a Warriors uniform on, I'm gloating, because it's just like it's a dream come true. No matter how many years you play, the NBA is a place where dreams are like met, and I think this year's great chemistry-wise, but last year was good as well. And I think just every time you step into an NBA facility, getting to go to work, I feel great. So I don't think too much about chemistry. I think everything, winning solves all.
Klay, Dario was saying that he sort of just cleared his mind. If he's not making shots, he knows Chris Paul's going to keep looking for him. And what have you seen from him on both ends when he comes in, and the energy Dario gives you on both ends to be a playmaker?
Dario is a great pickup for us. He's so highly skilled. He stretches the floor for us at center. He makes great passes. And he has played in some very high-level basketball games, so nothing really phases him. And he's been a joy to play with, and I think he'll help us throughout the year, especially his ability to stretch the floor and make plays from the top of the key on the block. He is a complete basketball player.
And what does it say about Chris that he just has that knack of finding guys and clicking with so many players right away? I mean, I know there's some experience there.
I mean, you're not number 2 on the all-time assist list, or is he number 2 or 3? Yeah, you're not number 3 without being able to gel anywhere you go. So that right there says it all.
I'm starving.
Klay, Steph became the first player in NBA history to hit a 3 in 250 straight regular season games. As an elite shooter yourself, can you just describe how difficult that feat is?
It's incredibly difficult, and it takes a dedication that not many are willing to do. So Steph's commitment to his craft is the best I've ever seen, and he's been such a joy to play with my whole career.
Hey, Klay, I just wanted to ask you something kind of away from today's game. A former coach of yours, Jeff Hironaka, got a job at San Jose State University women's basketball. Can you kind of...
Jeff?
Yeah, he did.
Hyro's the head coach?
He's assistant coach.
Whatever, I'll be there.
Yeah.
It's my guy. I love Hyro.
Yeah, I wanted
great.
to, going back to your days at Washington State, I mean, what did he teach you about getting to the next level, and did you learn anything specific from him that you still use today?
I mean, I just love hanging out with Hyro and talking hoops, and he always believed in me. And he always told me I'd make it to the NBA if I just worked my hardest. And I'm really happy he's in the Bay Area. I'll reach out to him. That's awesome. Yeah.
Klay, what do these games against the Kings feel like? I mean, you obviously played 7 in the playoffs, a pretty intense game last Friday in Sacramento. Tonight, without Fox, they hung with you guys every step of the way. What is it? What's the vibe like against them, and what do you see going forward?
I mean, Mike Brown does a great job. They're playing very together. They have a system that all their players have bought in. But I'm pretty tired of playing the Kings. My goodness. It's like we've seen each other so much the last 6 months. It's crazy. I feel like, I don't know. It's crazy. We played each other so much.
Klay, you obviously made a post-game routine of making the paper airplanes, but just before you came up here, Draymond Green actually made one
so bad
himself and threw it out here. Your thoughts on this based on...
That is terrible.
Terrible?
That thing is not flying anywhere. Yeah. We could have a throwing contest.
Yeah,
that thing is
you made
going
it up to
nowhere.
like over there.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly. Terrible engineer. Yeah. Thank you. Look at that. That's how you fly a plane.
Harrison, what did you see on that last shot by Klay that just went down but ended up being the game winner?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we blitzed Steph, got the ball out of his hands, tried to do a good job, just trying to take everyone else away, and ultimately hit a tough shot over Davion.
The defensive effort from you guys tonight, even in the loss, is this something that you guys have to find a way to repeat throughout the season?
I mean, there's a lot of positives, but at the end of the day, you gotta come out with the win. You know, I mean, there's not really moral victories. I mean, obviously we've seen this team, I feel like 20 times since the end of last season to now. So for us, it's a matter of getting over the hump.
You mentioned you've seen them so many times of late. It's obviously kind of gone a little bit one way. What does that do, I think, to you guys as you kind of embark going forward against this team and kind of trying to overcome some of that?
I mean, it's motivation. I think it comes down to execution. Obviously, they have the advantage in terms of years played together and things like that. So there's more wrinkles to their offense. But I think for us, we're right there. We just have to just execute a little bit better down the stretch of games and come up with possessions.
Yeah, Harrison, how do you feel like you guys did initiating the offense, getting into your schemes without De'Aaron tonight, and just moving the ball in general?
I thought in the first half, the second unit did a really good job moving the basketball. First unit, we were kind of just bogged down, not really playing with the same pace in terms of ball movement, not in terms of running up and down. But I thought in the second half, we found our stride a little bit. We're able to get some better looks and just have to continue to work on that.
What do you think happened in the second half with you guys getting bogged down a little bit more?
Just shot quality. I think for us, especially, we we have a tendency to play fast, and sometimes, we take quicker shots, which we want to do that. But I think it's just finding that quality of shot, especially when the game starts getting closer, and they start kind of making a run. Just finding that quality shot, finding that one more, finding that possession that really collapses their defense as opposed to just kind of the first available shot. You know what I mean? An effort to try to just outshoot them.
When it comes to Steph, were you content with the variance of looks that you guys gave him?
I don't know if content is the right word, but I think, obviously he's a great player. You want to try to mix up coverages, not let him see the same coverage, the entire game. And, credit to the coaches, credit to the guys, for being able to, on the fly, just try a bunch of different coverages.
Harrison, what's your thoughts about Davion Mitchell and the job that he did tonight?
I thought he did a phenomenal job. I think being able to step up, obviously, Fox is a huge part of our offense, a big part of our defense, and for him to kind of step into that role tonight with the bigger role while having to guard Steph, 94 feet, I thought he did a great job.
Thank you, Harrison. Thanks, everyone.
Hey, Domas. Just too quick for you. How did you see that final shot by Klay play out? Just your observations of that play.
It's a tough play when you have Steph on the court. Our goal, our coaches were yelling at us to hit Steph, which means get the ball out of his hands and make someone else make a play. And hit a good shot. I feel like Davion was there. Klay just shot above and knocked it down.
And Malik kind of stated the obvious afterwards, talking about, really them kind of having your number of late. How do you just kind of, I guess, digest that and move forward and what that does for you for the rest of the way?
Like I said last time we played against them, they really make us work on things we haven't worked on and try and make us better as a team. And today I felt like we played good. We played good defense throughout the whole game. And, we just came up short.
Domas, how much are you learning from all of these games that you're playing against them? I mean, they're a team that's so well refined. They know each other so well.
A lot. Every game is different. Today was a low-scoring game compared to our other games, and you see how they run their offense, how they run their defense, how they're together and poised, and you learn their dynasty. They won four rings, and the more we can pick up from them and use it to ourselves and be ready for next time.
Hey, Domas, way back here. I know a lot is on your shoulders with rebounding. Kevin Huerter over these last couple of games has been doing a really solid job on the glass. To see your guards helping you out in that way, what does that do for you?
It's great. It makes life a lot easier. He's been stealing a couple, but I'll let him slide. But it definitely helps. Today, especially with a big like Looney, my job is just to get him under the rim or push him out the way, and then I got to trust my teammates to have my back. And there was definitely a lot of situations where I just got Looney out the play, and they went in there and grabbed it.
Thomas, your matchup with Draymond and Looney has been a focus going back to that playoff series. When it comes to trying to finish inside in your matchup against them, what are your focus, and why do you think you're able to be more effective doing that tonight?
Just be stronger. Even tonight, I mean, they poked so many balls out of my hands. They're both great defensive players. And they really make me work for every bucket. And they know us pretty well. They got our number. We feel like we know them pretty well. We've played, I don't know how many times, 13, 14 times in the last however many games, and we just got to go out there and play together, and hopefully next game we'll take it.
Domas, with Fox out, just wondering, how you felt about how the offense ran, how Davion did, him hitting some shots for you guys. How'd you feel about that?
I was happy. I was pleased. We moved the ball. We probably didn't shoot as well, but the ball was moving, and guys came out confident. There was a lot of different rotations out there. Kobe played his first game, and everything was kind of mixed up. So for our first game without Fox, we're hoping for a speedy recovery, and he's back anytime soon.
Hi, Thomas from China Migu. Tonight you said lots of ball screen and handoff. You're always looking for your teammate first. But on the last possession, you were kind of shooting super aggressive. What have you been thinking at that moment?
I was just put in situations where I had to take the shot. I couldn't really go and find another teammate and
sometimes I have to put the team on my back and make some decisions that aren't usually what I do. Thanks, guys.
Hard battles, Coach. How would you assess this loss right here?
No, guys played hard. They put us in position to win, and Klay hit a big shot. That's what Hall of Famers do, and so you give them credit and try to get ready for the next game.
Yeah, Coach, how do you feel like you guys did getting in and out of your schemes and just keeping the ball moving offensively?
Okay. Didn't do great offensively, but the guys fought defensively and made timely plays and gave us a chance to win down the stretch.
In the playoff series last year, your main matchups on Steph were De'Aaron and Terrence Davis and Davion. Today was Keegan Murray a lot. Can you talk about why you went that way and what that speak to about his evolution, that you're trusting him in that role?
We haven't been able to do anything with Steph in the, I don't know how many games we played him, and we tried to double team him, we tried to single cover him, and he's kind of had his way. And Keegan's growing a lot on both ends of the floor, and I was like, hey, let's see if we can throw some length on him. And you're not going to stop a Hall of Famer like Steph. You just hope to make him work for it, and I thought Keegan tried to make him work for it.
Mike, we've heard a couple of your guys talk about how the Warriors kind of have your number, and I'm sure it feels that way. Do you want them to feel that, or do you want them to internalize that in a different way, maybe?
I'm okay with whatever they're feeling or saying. It doesn't bother me either way. We just play them the next game and see what happens.
Mike, your defensive effort was much better tonight. Just where are you guys at as sort of the maturation of your team here early in the season?
We are. We played a little bit more physical tonight. I think we're getting better in that area. Offensively, obviously, we didn't shoot the ball well, but when you don't shoot the ball well, if you defend, you'll at least give yourself a chance. And I thought our guys tried to do that, which in turn gave us a chance down the stretch.
Mike, going back to Keegan defensively real quick, how do you feel he accepted that challenge, and how do you feel like, I guess, the effectiveness of it?
You're not stopping Steph Curry, but the reality of it is this is the best job I think we've ever done on Steph. And he was probably off or tired, I don't know, but you got to give Keegan some credit for trying to step up and making Steph work for whatever he got, and you just keep it moving till the next day. But I'm proud of the effort that Keegan tried to give on that end of the floor, and the results from it, and just see if he can continue doing it.
Last one, Hunter. Hey, Coach. Kobe had his first points tonight, was pretty active defensively. What do you think of his performance?
I thought he was okay, for a rookie. He didn't seem afraid or anything like that, and tried to run the team, and obviously a tough opponent for that to be your first game, but I thought he was solid.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank y'all. Thank you, guys.